Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. Camilla refuses to follow the Queen's will, leaving Prince William in shock. For decades, the British monarchy has adeptly managed the intricate equilibrium between tradition and contemporary aspirations. Recently, the family's internal dynamics have come under scrutiny, owing to purported financial issues associated with Queen Camilla. Insider reports indicate that Prince William has initiated a thorough inquiry of royal activities. The probe allegedly revealed startling evidence: lavish expenditures on the refurbishment of a historic royal residence, a property that has been under Camilla's family's stewardship for more than 15 years. Insiders assert that the job was assigned to Camilla's sister, a renowned luxury decor designer whose qualifications in high-end design have made her a preferred contractor for those with discerning preferences. Nevertheless, the expenses for redecoration have escalated far above the initial budget. In the fiscal years 2023 and 2024, spending allegedly reached unprecedented levels, prompting questions over fiscal management and responsibility inside the palace. Some opponents argue that the expenditure on high-quality materials, custom furniture, and artisanal craftsmanship is not essential for preserving the residence's legacy. This fiscal incompetence has not only burdened the royal treasury, but has also incited popular outrage. The British public, vigilant about the royal family's financial practices, has started to scrutinize whether such extravagant spending aligns with the values of openness and economic responsibility that defined Queen Elizabeth's reign. Nepotism and unregulated expenditure. In addition to the exorbitant expenses for the redecoration, there exists a more contentious matter: the alleged misappropriation of cash to advantage Camilla's family. Multiple reports indicate that the royal family allocated substantial funds for the refurbishment project, while also providing continuous financial assistance to Camilla's sister and her children. Allegations have emerged that payments from the Duchy of Cornwall were sent to Camilla's former spouse, a process purportedly ongoing for almost 2 decades after Camilla became the Duchess of Cornwall upon her marriage to King Charles. Prince William perceives these behaviors as a significant breach of the principles upheld by the late Queen. Renowned for her stringent oversight of state finances and dedication to national welfare, Queen Elizabeth's legacy is now being referenced by William as a moral guide against what he characterizes as unnecessary and self-serving fiscal excess. He believes the misappropriated monies signify a clear breach of the fiscal responsibility and obligation that the monarchy is required to maintain. There was a formal admonition and a demand for responsibility. In light of the accumulating evidence, insiders indicate that Prince William has promptly sent a harsh warning to both King Charles and Queen Camilla. The caution, presented in a confidential and well-recorded note, detailed the purported financial excesses. It included statistics that, as per internal records, were far above any permissible budget for royal activities. Prince William, in his official correspondence, asked Camilla to repay the disputed sums and restore the royal treasury to its rightful condition. For William, the gesture was not only a demand for cash compensation, but also a declaration for openness and responsibility inside an institution that has historically been esteemed but is now subject to heightened public scrutiny. He reportedly declared in internal briefings, "We are the custodians of a legacy." Deviating from the principles of integrity and stewardship that characterize the reign of our esteemed queen constitutes a betrayal of her legacy and the trust of those we serve. Camilla's resolute position and familial division. The situation intensified when Queen Camilla allegedly refused to recognize or respond to Prince William's requests. Insiders indicate that Camilla characterized the claims as overstated and said that the payments to her sister and hence her choices about the redecoration project were entirely warranted. She saw the expenditure as an essential investment in maintaining the historical integrity and visual magnificence of a valued royal estate. Camilla's reply was not just a dismissal of financial misconduct, it also served as a reprimand for what she saw as an encroachment by Prince William. Insiders characterize her response as incisive and direct. When challenged, she purportedly said, "You are not yet king," a comment that underscores her established dominance and dismisses William's burgeoning power. This obstinate position exacerbated the rift between the family. Prince William saw Camilla's rejection of the Queen's long-standing ideals of economic prudence and openness as a significant deviation from what he considers essential for maintaining the monarchy's legitimacy. The episode has effectively solidified a generational conflict, a fight between a contemporary vision for a transparent organization and an entrenched establishment that adheres to conventional, although opaque, governing procedures. King Charles, allegiance, heritage, and the dividing lines. In the context of rising tensions, King Charles has become a significant figure. Reports indicate that King Charles has constantly supported Camilla, praising her financial choices as aligned with the enduring traditions of the monarchy. His endorsement of Camilla has not only enhanced her reputation in certain groups, but has also intensified Prince William's irritation, as he saw her activities as a hindrance to essential change. King Charles's role underscores a profound division among the royal family. While Prince William advocates for revisions to align the institution with contemporary British standards, King Charles seems steadfast in his adherence to traditional practices. This commitment to tradition, especially to choices that favor family members and established interests, has placed him in conflict with a faction of the royal family that wants to adopt transparency and modernity. The remark, "You are not yet king," allegedly said by Camilla and implicitly endorsed by King Charles, highlights the friction between the nascent leadership represented by Prince William and the entrenched conservative elements currently in authority. The incident serves as a reminder that, for many senior royals, expertise and conventional authority still prevail over demands for change. The enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth, a catalyst for transformation. This contradiction is fundamentally rooted in the lasting legacy of Queen Elizabeth, a monarch whose reign exceeded 7 decades and whose dedication to duty, restraint, and budgetary prudence serves as a standard for the institution. In death, the Queen's legacy serves as a benchmark for advocates of openness and accountability inside the monarchy. Prince William's commitment to fulfilling the Queen's last wishes is rooted in this heritage. Public remarks and internal records allegedly indicate that he perceives her commands not only as guidelines, but as the essence of the monarchy's representation. For William, any deviation from these ideals, whether it shows up as spending too much or giving too much to family members without permission, is a breach of the public trust and the late Queen's legacy. The dispute is exacerbated by the enigma of Queen Elizabeth's sealed will. Royal custom keeps the will confidential for 90 years, leading to perpetual conjecture over its contents. Certain insiders suggest that the will may include progressive directions intended to modernize the institution, a reform plan that confronts the traditional order. Confirmation of the alleged contents of this paper could potentially provide intellectual support for Prince William's advocacy for reform. Nonetheless, although the will remains sealed, its prospective influence persists as a source of both optimism and exasperation among the family. Public sentiment and the demand for transparency. Public sentiment has reacted to the ongoing controversy with a mix of astonishment, doubt, and endorsement. A multitude of individuals, especially those advocating for further transparency in royal finances, have embraced Prince William's audacious stance. They view his calls for responsibility as a necessary correction of procedures that appear more out of step with modern standards. In a time when public institutions are subjected to stringent transparency requirements, any indication of nepotism or financial impropriety inside the monarchy is likely to incite considerable resentment. Conversely, some parts of the people maintain allegiance to the current royal framework. For traditionalists, the enduring traditions of discretion and internal resolution are not indicative of mismanagement, but rather emblematic of an organization rich in history. They contend that, while contemporary changes are essential, they must be harmonized with reverence for the traditions that have historically supported the monarchy's stature. This difference in popular opinion illustrates a wider cultural discourse on reconciling the esteemed past with contemporary expectations. Media organizations in the United Kingdom have promptly commented on the topic. Editorials in leading media have raised apprehensions that unregulated expenditure and ambiguous financial dealings may undermine the monarchy's legitimacy. Some people are worried that if the accusations are true, the scandal that will follow could hurt people's trust in the royal family and lead to calls for even bigger changes. This could upset an institution that is already having a hard time figuring out what role it plays in modern society. The royal horse controversy, an emblem of profound divisions. The financial disagreement is further complicated by the debate around Queen Elizabeth's esteemed horses. The late queen was renowned for her enthusiasm for equestrian activities, and her assemblage of well-bred thoroughbreds represented both a personal passion and a public legacy. Following her death, Camilla's choice to take charge of the royal stables and commence the sale of some beloved horses has elicited much discontent. Insiders indicate that this transaction was not only a financial choice, but a calculated one that symbolized a larger disregard for the Queen's dying wishes. The action provoked outrage among certain factions of the royal family, especially from Princess Anne, a long-standing proponent of tradition. The choice to divest assets associated with the Queen's legacy exacerbated the divide between Camilla and others who saw her actions as jeopardizing the continuance of royal lineage. For some observers, the horse dispute symbolizes a broader trend, a propensity to sever ties with tradition in manners that astonish the public and jeopardize the fundamental legitimacy of the monarchy. In addition to the strategic and financial aspects, the ongoing crisis has profoundly impacted the royal family on an emotional level. Prince William's astonishment indicates a profound personal discord, exacerbated by Camilla's contemptuous reply and the curt remark, "You are not yet king." Palace insiders characterize William as not only perturbed by the fiscal blunders, but also profoundly wounded by what he views as a betrayal of his grandmother's principles. Decades of unresolved tensions underlie the clash. This debate marks neither the first instance of Prince William opposing the established order nor the last. Previous disputes over the administration of royal assets and the interpretation of established rules have resurfaced, revealing lingering tensions. For several insiders, these internal disputes signify a generational conflict, a struggle between a progressive leader determined to transform the institution and a conservative group resistant to ceding authority. The consequences of this emotional and intellectual schism go much beyond individual relationships. They possess the capacity to transform the public's opinion of the monarchy at a period when institutional trust is critical. As the conflict progresses, each public declaration and every clandestine dialogue inside the palace contribute to a narrative that may shape the future direction of the royal family. At this pivotal moment, the destiny of the British monarchy seems to be at a crossroads. Prince William embodies the need for transformation, a contemporary vision for an institution that is open, responsible, and aligned with the demands of a 21st-century society. His endeavor to fulfill Queen Elizabeth's last desires, especially regarding financial prudence and ethical administration, is seen by many as an essential measure to maintain the monarchy's legitimacy. Conversely, King Charles and Queen Camilla embody the long-standing traditional ideals associated with the royal family. Their opposition to change, shown by their management of the redecoration project and the contentious financial assistance to relatives, indicates an unwillingness to adjust to a swiftly changing social and political environment. The secret will of Queen Elizabeth is one of the most captivating aspects of this discussion. The will, sealed for 90 years, has become a powerful emblem of the enigma of the Queen's genuine aspirations for the future. There is widespread speculation that the paper may include bold recommendations for reforming the monarchy concepts that might significantly alter the power dynamics inside the institution. For Prince William and his advocates, the prospect that the will may advocate for a more responsible and transparent system only strengthens their determination to pursue change. For King Charles and his friends, any break from established customs is considered a perilous departure from the stability that has characterized the monarchy for generations. Their position indicates a conviction that, while modernization is unavoidable, it should be approached with caution, ensuring that the fundamental principles that have historically supported British history are not compromised. The dispute about financial mismanagement, nepotism, and the administration of the Queen's legacy has divided public opinion. A significant number of Britons, especially younger demographics and proponents of openness, have supported Prince William's demand for accountability. They saw his acts as representative of a crucial transformation, a call for a monarchy that is transparent and receptive to examination and change. In contrast, traditionalists and loyalists are apprehensive of rapid changes. Their belief is that the monarchy's endurance arises from its ability to navigate obstacles via stability and astute internal management. Although financial responsibility is essential, they contend that the royal family's management of its affairs ought not to endure the same public scrutiny as democratic organizations. Authorities on royal matters reflect this polarized view. Scholars and analysts focused on British history and governance observe that the present issue exemplifies a wider generational conflict. A prominent expert said, "We are observing the clash between established tradition and the requirements of contemporary society. The resolution of this internal conflict may significantly influence both the future of the monarchy and its capacity to maintain relevance in a swiftly changing world." Media coverage has been similarly split. Some sites commend Prince William for his bravery in challenging perceived antiquated customs, while others warn against jeopardizing an institution that, despite its imperfections, has historically represented continuity and stability in British society. The ongoing situation at Buckingham Palace transcends a simple familial dispute. It exemplifies the difficulties confronting the British monarchy in contemporary times. Prince William has sparked a contentious clash with Queen Camilla and, by extension, King Charles through his determined efforts to eliminate financial misconduct and carry out Queen Elizabeth's final wishes. The accusations of extravagant expenditures, nepotistic financial assistance, and the contentious management of valuable royal assets have coalesced to form a crisis that jeopardizes the institution's future for decades. The core of the disagreement lies in a conflict of perspectives. Prince William advocates for a contemporary, reform-oriented strategy focused on reinstating openness, responsibility, and a revitalized commitment to the populace. Conversely, King Charles and Queen Camilla embody a traditionalist group intent on maintaining old customs, despite their growing perception as obsolete among contemporary standards. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.